Good day. My name is Kagiso Mashawane, and I'm here to demonstrate my network topology for a module called networks. So basically, what I do have a network topology. So I built this network on the simulator called ENSP. So basically, this is for Huawei Huawei equipment. So basically what I have on my network, I do have two branches. I have branch one and branch two. So from branch one, I have a switch. I have I'll call it users. I have wireless users. They will connect via Wi-Fi through an AP, and then I have an AC. So basically, an AC it's a centralized controller which the APs are being controlled on. So on branch two, I do have a switch and and uh, users. Let me call them users, not user, because I didn't want to put a lot of PCs. So I have users, and then I also have a router. So in terms of the IP addressing, uh, how branch one and branch two connected, they connected via this cable here. So I don't have a fiber cable. So I'll use a copper. So basically you can have a fiber for long distance. So you can have like fiber, it can cover up until like 100 kilometers or 10 kilometers. So but yes, fiber can cover up to a very long distance. So in this case, we do have a link. Let's call it a link. So this is a link. So I do have an IP address assigned to the link. So basically what we have, this is a network. So the IP address is 192.168.1.0/30. So /30, only two usable IPs can be used. So basically this one can be 1.1, and then that one can be .2 at the end. Yes, let me put it like this. Yes, so yeah, so here's my router. Let me open all of them. So branch 1, branch 2, S1, S2, AP. Yes, okay. So yes, this is branch 1. I'm consoling to the router. Okay, I'm logging into the router. So let's see what we have on the router. So you have interfaces on the router. You have okay, currently let's see on the router, what do I have? Display IP interface brief. Okay, so I have three interfaces. Only two have been assigned, which is this one and that one. So 00, it has been assigned to .1, like I said, and then the other one on branch 2 is .2. So let me test connectivity 10, 192.168.1.2. It is reachable, so meaning I can reach it. So say maybe there was no IP address. Let me just do this. Interface GE 000 shut down. Okay, let's see. I can't reach it. See, it's down. I can't reach it. I can't reach it. So meaning there's no connectivity. Let's see, display IP interface brief. You see, status is down. So the link is down. 00 means, red means down. So as you can see on the router, status shows that the physical interface is down. Protocol is also down. So if you come and check here, display IP interface brief, so this one shows that administratively down. So it shows that it has been shut down by the administrator. So let me put it back, undo shutdown. So it's like no shutdown. So you see it's up. Let's see, status, it's up. So display IP interface brief, it shows that it's up. Yes, it's up. Display IP interface brief. Okay, so what it does here, it shows neighbor. So this is an OSPF, so I've enabled the OSPF between the two. So I've made a configuration for dynamic routing protocol, which is called OSPF. So yeah, but since well it's a small network, even OSPF, not OSPF, I mean even static route, it was also fine. So but then I needed to also include um, some of the routing protocols. So yes, so OSPF, it has been enabled, and you can see that there's a neighbor adjacency. So how can you prove that? You can say display OSPF neighbor brief. It's display OSPF peer, I mean, brief. Yes, so you can see that the ID, router ID, is this guy here over here, and then the interface is on 02. Okay, so let's move to the LAN. So this one is fine. I can reach this guy over here while I'm here. Even on the other side, I can reach the other side. Okay, now let's move to the LAN. So on the LAN, I have a switch. Yes, I have a switch connected. The IP address assigned to this network, for this network I'm in, is 192.168.0/27. So if it's /27, it's like a 255.255.255, and then 224. So meaning how many usable IPs is 30 IPs. 30 IPs can be used. So 30 IPs can be used. So on this one, I've enabled the DHCP. So let's do this on the user here. DHCPs, it has been enabled. Yes, you can see here on the user DHCP. Let's check the IP address. Display. No, not display. This is Windows IP config. There. Here's the IP address. Let me do static and then let's check. Alright, so the IP address has been assigned. So static meaning I can assign the IP address on the very same range. Like I said, 30 usable IPs. So meaning I can choose from 1 to, but normally 1 is a default gateway. So meaning I can choose from 2 to up until 30. So let's put it back to the DHCP apply. Let's see. Okay, let me give it some time, because I've switched from static to DHCP. Let's see if I'm still going to get the IP address there, /30. So I do have an IP address, so I can also prove it that my DHCP is working. Let me also add another user here. Say maybe there's a user coming in, one user. I can connect him to the switch. There's a switch. Let me start it. Okay, so now let me configure the user interface. System view interface. Where's the user connected? Interface GE005. Interface GE005, and then port link type. Port link type is access. So access meaning port link type. It's port link type. Oh no man, it's port link type. Port link type, it's access. So access meaning only one VLAN is allowed. So what is a VLAN? A VLAN, it's separating of services. in a network. So it's like you separating the network on the same network. Okay, yes. So here I've used the VLAN 5. So you can you can have create the VLAN and then create the different IP addresses on the different VLANs. So meaning you'll have different services assigned to to the same network. All right. So let's say access port. So I made it access port, so only one VLAN is allowed. So if you want to allow multiple VLAN, you can use trunk. So in this case, it's an access VLAN. So what is the VLAN allowed? It's VLAN 5. Alright, so why am I saying VLAN 5? Is because of I've created the DHCP for that VLAN. So let's do this display VLAN. Let's see how many VLAN are allowed. You see 1, 5. It's for management, switch management, even the users have put it on the same VLAN. And then this one is for 100. It's for the APs. And then this one is management, users APs. So if the users are connecting to the AP, they're going to get the IP addresses from that VLAN 101, and then 100 is for APs. So basically I have five DHCP for users desktop, for APs, and then for users which are using APs. All right, so let's see, display this, what has been configured. VLAN 5. Okay, it's fine. I've assigned VLAN 5. Okay, let's see if the user is going to get the IP address from the DHCP. So remember, I have 30 usable IPs on the DHCP. Apply. Let's see, IP config, yes, /29. So I can even go to the DHCP server. What is it? This okay, let me save my configuration. All right, let's do this. Let's check display IP pool. It's IP pool, and then interface VLAN 5. Okay, it doesn't exist. Let me check what is existing. Display current, display IP pool. I need to check. Okay, here's my pool. Okay, so meaning this one, it's UNISA, it's .3. So which is so here are my pools, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. So there's no conflict. All right, so here the pool name. Let me take this one. All right, so I've given it a name. I didn't create an VLAN if. So let's check how many the status of our what's this DHCP pool. So let's do display IP pool name, which is I've given it the name UNISA. Let's see. Moment. Display IP pool name UNISA. There. So you see, hey, what is going down now? Okay, I thought something went down because I'm checking this here. All right, so but we can also delete this message. It's undo. So it's all the activity on my device. So you can enable this undo terminal monitor. Now going back to the IP pool. So how many? Only 2 used. Total I have 29, and then disable 9. Okay, I'll show you what I did, and then let's say used here. it's 29 and 30. If you come here and then check, it's 29, and then this one should be 30. It's 30, and then on my DHCP it was saying disable 9. So let's do this: display current configuration include no, let me say configuration UNISA on. Let's do this: display current configuration. Let's look at the DCP, which is this one. So I've excluded IP addresses 2 to 10. So basically why I've excluded this is for printers. Printers normally they use static IPs. So static IPs meaning they normally the printers they do assign the IP addresses manually because of what they do. They normally have the IP server, so they also going to register those IP addresses to the server. So it cannot be that the printer always changes the IP addresses. Even the servers as well, if you want to connect the server must be statically assigned. It cannot be that a server is using is getting the IP from the IP pool. So what I did, I've disabled 10 of them from 2 to 10, so which is 9. All right, so let me delete this. Yes. All right. Okay, I'm done with the user, with the desktop. So now let's also move to the AP. So say maybe this wireless users, they also want to connect to the network. So you can see if you go to the Wi-Fi, so this user basically can see the SSID advertised. It's UNISA. So I configured the SSID as UNISA, so you can have any SSID advertised broadcasted on the AP. So you can come here and then click it and then connect. I've set the password for users if they want to get into the Wi-Fi. There's a Wi-Fi password which is UNISA at 123. Let's see, obtaining IP address. Let's see the user. Is he going to get connected? So if the user is connected, you can see with this bars here. Let me also connect this user using a cell phone. Want to connect to the Wi-Fi. You click here and then you say connect. Password for that SSID UNISA at 123. Unable to join, please check password. I'm using the incorrect password. UNISA at 123. Let's see. Obtaining IP address. Connected. So where is he getting the IP address? So he got the IP address. The user got the IP address. Let's check. IP config. I need to check the IP. So it's 101.502. So on the DHCP, remember I've created what is it? Display IP pool. IP pool. Yes, I have 3 DHCPs. So this one 101, it's for users which are connected on the APs. So we can go to the controller where the AP it's controlled. So let's first look at the status of the AP is the access point, so it's display AP all. You see, it's no means normal. Here's a MAC address of the AP, and then the name I make it the UNISA Indoor AP1, and then group, it's a group 1, and then the IP, it's getting the IP address from this DHCP. Which DHCP? This one here, 100. So that AP is getting the IP address. So this is the DHCP for the APs, and then this is the DHCP for the users connected to the AP, you can see the pool number, 2 users are connected, and then only one. Can you see here? It's 2 and then 1 is connected. So let's go to the controller. We can also check on the controller. If you want to check how many users connected, you can say display AP. No, it's display station all. So you see, it shows the MAC address. The users are connected to UNISA AP1. The band is 2.4. It can be 2.4 or 5G. And then here's the IP address 101.252 and then 253. Even here it can still show how many users connected. Display AP all. Where is the star? So star the star station, 2 users are connected currently. And then you can check which users connected where. So it's display AP by SSID, which is UNISA. So you see 2 users are connected there on that SSID. So yes, so you can change to any password that you want to set. Let's see, it's display current configuration wireless LAN. So here's a SSID name on the security profile. I've set the, so here's a security, it's a SSID, which is UNISA security profile. It's a password phrase. So this is a increment, what is it? Encrypted password. So it's UNISA at 123, so it has been encrypted. So yes, you won't see it, but I've set it to UNISA at 123. And then what else? Yes, here are users connected, and then we can move. So this one is the same principle. I've added one user here, but on the different network. Let's see if we can reach that user. Let's check the IP address of the user. It's a IP config. Okay, it's 10.168.2.30. Let me come here and see if I can reach him. Ping 192.168.2.30. Yeah, I can reach him. I can reach him. All right. So how did I reach him? Since well, we are on a different network. All right. So the thing with routers is that routers are not intelligent. Let me not say are not intelligent, but routers, you need to tell it you need to tell them for you to reach this network, this is how you supposed to move. So basically what I did here on R1, because point to point they can see each other, but then the router cannot tell what is it can only tell on the point to point, but on the other side they're not that intelligent enough to figure out the route. So let's see, how did it reach that site? So basically with the switch, I've configured the static route, but it's a default route. So it's a display current configuration include static. You see, here's a default route. So I told the router that any network, it must go via 192.3.1. Anyone, it must go for any route, it can go to it must go via this guy here, which is .1. So I told this one that any network must go via this, and then from this it learned via point to point and then via the side. So on the switch here, on the router main, I've also configured the OSPF, and then I've also configured the static route. So it's a display IP routing table. So here's a routing table. So this is the route that the router is aware of. So how it reaches, it can reach this network, which is .2, via this guy here. Am I right? Yes, it's a next hop. So I told this router that for you to reach here, you have to go via here. So let me prove it here. So display IP route. No, it's a display current configuration include static. Okay, let me do this. Undo the route. Yes, let me check if we still have the route. Yes, we don't have. Let me see if PC1, this PC can reach. It can't. I've removed the route, so it cannot reach via static. So it cannot reach this one here. So yes, so yeah, it was just a demonstration. So let me put the routing back. So basically with the static route, you're telling it that for you to reach this network, it's branch 2. No. Okay, it's the other way around. It's the other way around. So on the on this branch 2, you tell the router that for you to reach this network here, 10.192.3, this is a subnet mask, which is same as /27.255.255.224. You have to go, for you to reach this, you have to go via this guy, .1, which is a next hop. So this is a next hop, 192.168.1.1. This is the guy. For you to reach here, you have to go via here. This is the next hop. So yes, let me enable it. Yes, let's see. Where is R2? There. Now I can reach it. I can reach the network. I can reach the network. Okay, so let me save. Let me save everything. Okay, so yeah, basically this is my network, and this is my demonstration. And thank you. Thanks for your time. Thank you.